Hello my dear students, welcome to all in social science class once again. Dear students, today in this video lesson we will talking about chapter 1 of economics, and the name of the chapter is development. The idea of development has always been with us. All of us have aspirations or desires. We all think that what are the essential things that we need? How can life be better for all? Can there be more equality? All these questions strike our mind. In this chapter, we will understand the concept of development and will try to find out the answers of these questions. So let's try to understand the chapter development. Now, what do we mean by the term development? Well, in simple words, development means progress. It is a process of economic and social advancement in terms of the quality of human life. Next, development is a process of improvement and changes that are required for better living and existence. In simple words, development means increase in per capita income, improvement in living standard of people, reduction in inequality, poverty, illiteracy, and diseases. In other words, there is an improvement in the economic welfare of the people and their standard of living rises. Now, in this chapter, we shall discuss about economic as well as human development. But we are mainly focusing on human development, and if at all human development has to take place, then the human beings as individuals should have goals, and the goals of individuals differ from one to another. If we take a few examples, like landless rural laborer, his goal is better wages, more days of work, local school for children, and no social discrimination. So dear students, different people have different developmental goals. Like we are discussing landless rural laborer. लैंडलेस रूरल लेबर के लिए डेवलपमेंट्स क्या हो सकते हैं बेटा? वो चाहेगा कि उसे ज़्यादा दिन काम मिले, अच्छी मजदूरी मिले, उनके बच्चों को लोकल स्कूल मिले जहां उन्हें क्वालिटी एजुकेशन मिल सके और सोसाइटी में उनके साथ किसी भी टाइप का डिस्क्रिमिनेशन यानी भेदभाव ना हो. Similarly, if we talk about a prosperous farmer from Punjab, he wants high prices for their crops, high family incomes, and hardworking and cheap laborers. Then, if we talk about for a farmer who depends only on rain for growing crops, he requires first thing is rain. So it is a adequate rainfall. Second, if possible, it is irrigation facility because he can grow multiple crops. So he can grow 2 to 3 crops in 1 year because he has an assured supply of water. So students, ऐसा फार्मर जो अपनी क्रॉप्स को उगाने के लिए सिर्फ रेन पर ही डिपेंड है, तो उसके लिए डेवलपमेंट गोल क्या हो सकता है कि अच्छी बारिश हो, उसे इरिगेशन फैसिलिटी मिले ताकि वो भी मल्टीपल क्रॉपिंग कर सके. अगर वाटर सप्लाई एश्योर्ड होगी तो वो भी साल में 2 से 3 क्रॉप्स उगा सकता है. सो एडिक्वेट रेनफॉल, इरिगेशन फैसिलिटी यानी ट्यूबवेल, कैनाल्स आदि की फैसिलिटी उसे मिले. देन इफ वी टॉक अबाउट अ रूरल वुमेन फ्रॉम लैंड ओइंग फैमिली, शी नीड्स अ शेयर in family land holding and respect, dignity and quality education for children. If we take an example of urban unemployment youth, he requires a job. So it is employment. Second, not only job, it should be job security. Means एक अर्बन एम्प्लॉयमेंट यूथ यानी एक शहरी बेरोजगार युवक के लिए डेवलपमेंट गोल कि उसे जॉब मिले यानी वो एम्प्लॉयड हो, उसे रोजगार मिले, इवन ना सिर्फ जॉब बल्कि उसका डेवलपमेंट गोल ये भी होगा कि उसकी जॉब सिक्योर हो. A girl from rich urban family, it will be safe and liberal environment. Second, studies abroad. Then third, brother should contribute in housework and she gets as much freedom as her brother. यानी एक रिच अर्बन फैमिली की लड़की के लिए डेवलपमेंटल गोल्स ये भी हो सकते हैं कि उसकी लाइफ सेफ हो, उसे फ्रीडम मिले जैसे उसके ब्रदर को मिलती हो. वो भी अपने ब्रदर की तरह स्टडी अब्रॉड में करना चाहती है. सो दीज आर द सम एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ डेवलपमेंट गोल्स फॉर अ गर्ल फ्रॉम रिच अर्बन family. Now, a boy from a rich urban family, he needs carefree life. Next, studies abroad. Probably the branded mobile, laptop and iPod etc. If we talk about the development goals of an Adivasi from Narmada Valley, now these Adivasis have been fighting over a cause, that is one of the river Narmada. Sardar Sarovar Dam is developed, and because of that many villages, that is the villages of Adivasis, have become landless. So all they require small check dams or tanks. Second one is they don't need huge dam construction. This would be for a poor Adivasi because he sees that whatever such dams are built, their villages are wiped out. They have to abandon their villages and go to some other place. So dear students, अगर हम बात करें नर्मदा वैली के एक आदिवासी के डेवलपमेंट गोल्स की, सो ये आदिवासी एक कारण के लिए लड़ रहे हैं, संघर्ष कर रहे हैं. यानी नर्मदा रिवर पर सरदार सरोवर डैम डेवलप किया गया है और उसकी वजह से स्पेशली आदिवासियों को काफ़ी प्रॉब्लम फेस करनी पड़ी और गांवों में छोटे चेक डैम्स या टैंक्स की ज़रूरत होती है. एक गरीब आदिवासी के लिए प्रॉब्लम होगी क्योंकि वह देखता है कि इस तरह के जो भी डैम्स बनते हैं उनके गांवों का सफाया हो जाता है, मीन्स उन्हें अपने गांव छोड़कर दूसरी जगह जाना पड़ रहा है. नाउ इफ वी लिस्टिंग, फर्स्ट वन वाज लैंडलेस रूरल लेबरर्स, देन prosperous farmers from Punjab, farmers who depends only on rain for growing crops, a rural woman from land-owning family, urban unemployed youth, girl from rich urban family, and boy from rich urban family. Now these are all individuals who had their goals. So the question is, people's development goal vary with example, and this would be the answer. Now on the other hand, if you look carefully, when I take any two, they will have conflicting goals. So the question is, explain how two groups may have conflicting notions of development. And to understand that, we have already seen prosperous farmers from Punjab and landless rural laborer. Now what is conflicting? On one side, hardworking and cheap laborers. This is what the need by rich man, and the poor man requires better wages, which is the opposite of it, and more days of work. But if we take a rich person, it is less days of work because then he has to pay less. A boy that is rich urban family and a girl from a rich urban family, one is a carefree life, another one is safe and liberal environment. So both are different. Third, an Adivasi from Narmada Valley and industrialist. An Adivasi says no huge dam construction. An industrialist will says more dams and more electricity. The reason is that would be good for their industries. So these are the examples of conflicting goals. Now children, what are the different aspects or characteristics of development? Let's discuss. The concept of development is contrasting and sometimes conflicting. It shows the following three aspects or characteristics. First one is different people may have different developmental goals. So if people are different, they can have different developmental goals. They may have different notions of what development means to them. Second one is development for one may not be the development for other. So if for someone this is development, for the other person that cannot be development. The third is people tend to look at the mix of goals for their development. So they don't have a single developmental goal. They might have mix of goals for their development. Let's see how different people consider the term of development. For example, a landless rural laborers want more days of work and better wages. This is development for them. Whereas farmers want high income through cheap laborers. So we can say that different people may have different developmental goals. Now look at the second characteristics of the development. Development for one may not be development for other. Now children, you can see that I have given example of development for dams. If a dam is constructed for generating more electricity, it is development goal for few people like industrialists or the people who are staying in urban areas. But at the same time, the construction of dams might not be development for other people like the tribals who are living nearby. So for them, it is not development, whether it is destruction for them. In simple words, we can say that for industrialists, construction of dam is a development, but for the local tribes or people, it is a problem. So dear students, एक के लिए डेवलपमेंट दूसरे के लिए डेवलपमेंट नहीं हो सकती है. सपोज इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट के लिए या अर्बन एरियाज में रहने वाले लोगों के लिए डैम बनवाना डेवलपमेंट हो, बिकॉज यू नो डैम्स के थ्रू इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को जनरेट किया जा सकता है जो कि उनके इंडस्ट्रीज के लिए हेल्पफुल है. बट डैम बनवाना वहीं दूसरे लोगों के लिए डेवलपमेंट नहीं हो सकता. जैसे ट्राइबल पीपल, वहाँ रहने वाले लोकल पीपल, उनके लिए डैम्स बनवाना डिस्ट्रक्शन का कारण बन सकता है क्योंकि उन्हें वहाँ से दूसरी जगह शिफ्ट होना पड़ेगा जहाँ डैम कंस्ट्रक्शन हो रहा है, तो उनका सर्वाइवल सोर्स ही छिन जाएगा. मीन्स इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट के लिए जो डेवलपमेंट है वही गोल लोकल पीपल के लिए या ट्राइबल पीपल के लिए एक प्रॉब्लम है. सो वी कैन से दैट डेवलपमेंट फॉर वन may not be development for others. Looking at the third aspect or characteristics of development, people tend to look at the mix of goals for their development. For example, if you get a job in a far off place, before accepting it, you would try to consider many factors. Apart from income, such as facilities for your family, working atmosphere, or opportunities to learn, if these are not assured, in spite of a very good salary, you will not join at that place. In other case, a job may give you less pay, but may offer regular employment that enhances your sense of security. So, here you are going for security and you are going for regular employment. It means a job which give you less pay but satisfy your other aspects, then you will happily join the job instead of less salary. So here you are seeing at the mix of goals. Just not want income, but you want security, you want good working condition or atmosphere. So beta, development की जो third characteristics, people tend to look at mix of goals, means development के लिए लोग मिले जुले लक्ष्यों को देखते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आपको दूर दराज के एरिया में जॉब मिलती है तो उसे एक्सेप्ट करने से पहले आप इनकम के अलावा अदर्स फैक्टर्स पर भी सोच विचार करोगे कि आपकी फैमिली के लिए वहाँ क्या फैसिलिटीज़ अवेलेबल होंगी, वहाँ का वर्किंग एटमॉस्फेयर कैसा होगा, या वहाँ सीखने की अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं भी या नहीं. बट दूसरी तरफ हम एक ऐसी जॉब की बात करते हैं जहां आपको सैलरी कम मिले बट आपकी जॉब रेगुलर हो, मीन्स जॉब सिक्योरिटी है, आपको इन बिटवीन जॉब से हटाया नहीं जाएगा। तो एक जॉब में आपको जॉब सिक्योरिटी मिल रही है, मीन्स रेगुलर जॉब है और लेकिन सैलरी कम है। वहीं दूसरी तरफ ऐसी जॉब जहाँ इनकम तो ज़्यादा है बट आपके पास अपनी फैमिली के लिए टाइम ही नहीं है, आपको अपनी जॉब से कभी भी हटाया जा सकता है, मीन्स जॉब सिक्योरिटी नहीं है, तो आपकी सेंस ऑफ सिक्योरिटी और फ्रीडम ही रिड्यूस हो जाएगी। सो ऑल दीज आर mix of goals for the development. Hence, people tend to look at the mix of goals for their development. Dear students, let's discuss more about the developmental goals. First one is income. Income is considered the most important component of development as it can buy material goods and services. With greater income, we can live a good standard of living. If we are living a good standard of life, then we will have a satisfactory life. So, income, good standard of living and satisfaction are also developmental goals. People also seeks equal treatment, means many classes and sectors of the societies are not equally treated. So, if they received is equal treatment, they feel that they have reached their developmental goal. So their goal is to be equally treated. So equal treatment can also be a developmental goal. Then freedom. Freedom is a developmental goal. For example, there is a girl and if she is not getting the same freedom as her brother is getting, so for her getting freedom in her developmental goal, then security for females and security for jobs can be a developmental goal for few people. Ample opportunities for youngster, if they get ample opportunities, they have reached their developmental goals. And for few people, respect in the society, respect in their households is their developmental goals. So all these are developmental goals which led to a better economic development and better quality of life. So dear students, as it is clear from the concept of development that people seek more income one way or the other, but along with better income they also seek things like equal treatment, freedom, respect and security. So we can say that money or income is a thing that one can buy it. But can we buy respect, freedom and equal treatment with the help of money? Perhaps no. Money or income is a thing that can be measured, but the other aspects of development cannot be measured. So it doesn't mean that we can ignore all these. We can say that the developmental goals are not only about better income but also about other important things in life. So my dear students, today in this module we have discussed about development, different development goals and the characteristics of development. In next module we will discuss about national development, average income and we will also discuss the concept of sustainable development. Thank you. Stay blessed. Stay happy. Bye-bye.